Hi, everybody. Welcome to Shadows over Baldur's Gate and Chronicles. For those who are just joining us, Shadows over Baldur's Gate is a spiritual sequel D&D campaign based on the award-winning video game Baldur's Gate 3. So if you have not finished the game and are hoping to see how that story ends, by all means, go and do that thing. We love you and appreciate your support anyway. But if you have finished the game or don't care, welcome. There are spoilers abound. We know this. It's episode 41. If you don't know that at this point, hey, your life is your own. Make your own decisions. As you could see, we have an updated intro with our beloved Anaia Loomlock featured. We're so excited about it. But before we jump into tonight's story, we want to throw it over to this wonderful cast. Let them know who you are and who you're playing this evening.
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban, she, her. You can find all the stuff I'm doing at lauren-urban.com. And tonight, I'm playing Udazash, the Dragonborn Ranger/Rogue, who is awake.
That's a way to put that. Hi, everybody. My name is Omega Jones, also known as Cryptbard. Cryptbard across all social media channels. My pronouns are he and they, and I am Leopold Guthmere, a resident Illithid scion who is on a journey of leveling up. Time to enter a Street Fighter era.
Howdy, I'm Meadow, and I'm playing Anaia Loomlock. Very long name. We'll shorten it to Anaia Loomlock for now. A painter who is definitely asleep and is doing nothing wrong because she's asleep. And you can find me at Howdy Love Darlin or Howdy Love Darlin GM all across the internet.
Hi, hello, good evening, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. You can find me all over the internet, usually a sub-iteration of _Laura Tutu, but tonight, here and now, I am playing our Celestial Warlock, Divine Soul Sorcerer, Winifred Fifthyak. Who has no idea what's going on right now. I'm sure it's going to be fine.
And hello, my name is Tony Rodriguez, also known as the Encountersmith all over the internet. You can find me at Encountersmith. My pronouns are he, him, and tonight I am playing Basu Brightbolt, our gnomish artificer who's having a really nice rest and is pretty sure he's going to wake up and nothing bad's going to happen.
Hello, everyone. I am PJ McGaw, pronouns he, him, and I am playing Marcus Hellhammer, the tattoo tiefling pugilist extraordinaire, fighter monk, also he, him. And Marcus, he's Cajun. Over to you, Cujo.
God damn it, PJ. And I am Cujo. I will be your chronicler and playing everybody else this evening. When last we left off, our intrepid heroes, after meeting with Lady Guthmere, had ventured back to the Elf Song with the intent of finding rest. It was here that everybody, in their own ways, remembered their why. Why do we step up? Why do we take up arms? Why do we pursue this path knowing that it is fraught with danger? Some had awakenings of sorts. Offers were made from certain patrons. Memories were shared or discovered. And in the night, Udazash was awoken from a particularly intense dream involving one such memory to see their newest companion, Anaia, seated cross-legged on the floor, painting with some strange magic a staff of some kind into existence, all while next to her, some of her previous works looked a little bit different when they were first shown to everybody. A still life of what looked like a platter that once originally held food, but now has just flesh, gore, parts in the bowl. And another, which is a portrait of our second chances, now with everybody's eyes, ears, nose, and mouth bleeding, their eyes dead. Anaia still sits, cross-legged, and with that paintbrush is just with long strokes. You can see paint at first be painted over some. It looks like it's invisible until that paint settles, and then it goes from being this liquidy paint to the texture of rough black metal, porous, even rusted in parts. And you quickly can see that whatever enchantment this paint has fades as more and more of this staff is quite literally being painted into existence. Udazash, you are the one that is currently awake, witnessing this scene. Tell me, what do you do?
At this very moment, Udazash is a study in contrast. Her body is very loose and quiet and still, and her face, as Winifred has often said, is very loud, because when you look at it, there's like 12 different emotions, because she's super curious and fascinated and excited and worried and kind of bothered and then really worried, and there's a lot going on. But I have two questions. One, Anaia had actually painted or sketched with charcoal just before we went to sleep a still life of Udazash when we were taking care of the soul coin. Is that also visible?
Yes.
Has that also been altered, or is it only some of the painted ones?
I will tell you that at a glance you can see like the it's curled a little on the ground. The page from the moisture is sort of curled a little bit, so you can see a hint of it. You can also see something that is now a theme, in that the color of choice here was red. If you would like to investigate further, I can describe what that still life looks like.
But from here, I can tell it's not just black and white anymore, that there's some red on it.
You are correct.
That's all I need to know. Okay. From here, we're kind of in the main room. A couple people kind of went off to their own rooms. Who else is asleep nearby?
I leave that to you guys. I know Leopold has a private room, because rich.
Cause rich is the tagline.
Yeah. Someone grab the book.
That's the shirt, yes. Cause rich.
I am making a shirt ideas channel in our Baldur's Gate Discord.
It's a good idea. Basu is on a small cart around a bunch of junk. Whether how close that is or not, who's to say?
Okay. If Basu is also, but in the main room, like, yeah. Okay. I think Udazash is going to take a moment and very quietly stealth on over to where Basu is. And not wake him up, but check on him. Does he have blood coming out of places he should not? Does he look dead?
Make me a medicine check.
Okay.
I don't like that being put to a roll.
That's a 13.
I don't agree. Sorry.
It's a 13 to look for blood where there isn't supposed to be blood.
I object.
Sorry, I said lines and veils. One of them is making sure Basu is always okay. Like,
my lines and veils Basu has narrative plot armor, please. Thank you.
I mean, he's an artificer.
Producer narrative plot armor. It's great. You do a real quick once over. Actually, no. I imagine that Udazash is like here on looking for details. I don't imagine that Udazash is one to like maintain a little bit of distance. You don't see any. You see that
Okay.
he is sleeping soundly.
Okay. As I walk away, because Basu is surrounded by metal bits, I want to find the shiniest metal bit, something reflective, and take a quick look. Do my eyes look dead?
Yes.
Like milky clouded
Oh wait,
over?
no, my brain. This is what
Jesus
happens when I am doing
Christ,
this,
Cujo!
and then also you're fine.
There's a moment where Udazash is like, huh? Oh no, Basu just needs to clean
I think I
that.
just
Okay.
found the next source of gifts that I'm going to start making.
No, that freaked
No.
all of us out. It's like,
I was like,
I'm like, I'm writing notes. Excuse me?
Udazash has a moment and is like, oh, Basu just needs to clean that. Okay. No? Okay.
No, you don't have any dead eyes on your person. There's nothing untoward, no wounds, no blood.
I'm going to nod to myself, satisfied that this is artistic weirdness. And then I'm going to stealth back on over to Anaia. She's seated on the ground in front of this staff thingy she is creating out of thin air.
Yes, she is. And it's been a few moments here, so you can kind of see what this is looking like. It looks like it's supposed to be like a walking cane, like for hiking, I should say. But the black iron spikes that are protruding from it, and the chain that is also like wrapped around in this chaotic but strangely intentional way. Like this is like a staff that would be used like in the hells. Like that's sort of the motif and the visual that you can kind of put together here. But as you're approaching and as you sit and as you're looking at this staff, you can actually hear a couple of words from Anaia as she is still asleep, but the voice is much different. Beautiful. So beautiful. I have to finish.
Is that in common or is that in a different language?
It's common.
Okay. So yeah, I've sat down like on the other side of this staff that she's painting.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a pot of paint that she's using, or is there just paint coming out of the paintbrush?
I'm actually going to put that to Meadow.
There is a specific pot that she is using, and it looks like from her belt holster. It is just one tiny pot, but you can see that there's a set attached to her belt.
Okay. And as you're painting, it was described that you look like you're kind of sleepwalking. Are your eyes glazed over and look dead, or are they just kind of 1,000-yard stare?
Would you like me to answer that?
I would say in this moment they look like dead eyes.
Is there blood on your face in places there should not be?
Shouldn't be, right? Good job. Right?
There, you don't see blood. I do like the idea though that those paint stains that were, blues and yellows and reds and whatnot are now all just a little bit darker. Like something about whatever's happening has even affected that.
Okay. how finished is this staff?
I'm going to say like 60% done.
Okay.
Like it was clear she was painting from like the bottom of where it touches the ground up. And the higher up it goes, the more nightmarish this looks.
Udazash is completely now in wonder mode. She's convinced this is now just creepy weird, but cool. And that's Feywild. That's totally Feywild. She's into this. She's going to reach out and touch the staff. What happens? Does she just poke it? Does she touch paint?
The available hand shoots out and grips your wrist. As she continues painting, and you just hear, "Not done yet."
Okay. How much longer before it is done?
I would say for that, there's no answer, but you do feel that hand like push yours away. Then she just goes right back. Like that hand just comes to rest at her side. She continues painting.
Anaia, what hand do you paint with?
The right.
Is she painting right now with the right hand? I'm going to try to touch the staff with my left hand somewhere. Just like
Okay.
eye to eye, like just smiling at whatever is this Anaia? I don't know. But like now the shit-eating grin, like, okay. Bonk, and just try to touch the staff on the left side from me.
I am rolling a percentile.
Okay.
We're off to a great start, kids.
Listen, she found out y'all were okay, and so now it's Udazash. Sorry.
Give me just a second.
Okay.
Gotta just look at a thing.
Hey, chat.
just realized-
Hey, guys. How we doing? It's nice to know you. Well,
It's so funny that Udazash is in this. Nobody else. It'd be Udazash is the one like, well, I don't know what it is. So
Heavy
So
on
let's
the
poke it.
nobody else, because I'm not doing any of this.
beyond nobody else.
So let's poke it.
Hey, Udazash. And
Hi.
at this point, I am going to have Meadow. I am going to need you to make me a wisdom saving throw. And I need you to do that as I roll this. Udazash, I need to know your AC.
16.
That is
Actually-
18 on the die. So that's...
This is the middle of the night.
Yes,
I wouldn't be wearing my armor.
you are correct.
So it would be just my dex plus. So 15.
Okay. So,
Oh my god.
um,
Oh no.
wait, hold on.
Please.
No,
Yeah.
hold on. I forgot about something. Because
Yeah, let's hold on. Actually, let's.
yeah, hold
let's
on. No, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
I'm so nervous and I don't know why.
This is
There it
stressful
is.
boots.
Got indigestion right now.
4.
My nose is clear right now. That's how much I'm stressed.
Okay.
So damage dice was just rolled. I think we need to
Mhm.
proc that.
Udazash,
Yeah.
you are going to take 19 points of piercing damage as the moment you try to reach around to the other side, that left hand grabs the rapier and immediately strikes out. She's not even looking, but you feel it right into your side. Anaia, I need to know your wisdom saving throw.
Real quick before I answered that question, if one were to have bardic inspiration, even if one were in the sleeping state, could one maybe use that to maybe boost one's
Well,
roll?
To that, I will answer your question with another question.
Yeah.
In times past,
Yeah.
when you have gone to sleep,
Yeah.
have you been able to rouse yourself
No.
with the use of your bardic?
No.
Okay.
Shit. Okay, so that's a 13. A strong 13, though.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to say.
Just real quick, I am going to use a reaction to Uncanny Dodge to have that attack.
Okay.
So I'm only going to take 9.
Oh, thank goodness.
So, and I still have 10 temp HP from, I believe, Winifred. So
Okay.
it nicks me, and I'm a little annoyed, but now the smile, which was very much playful, is a little more devious.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, that's what we're going to do. We're going to play like that.
Anaia.
Yes,
Here's what I'll give you with a 13.
Your Honor.
You know that state of being in, like, perfectly in between sleep and being awake and able to manipulate your body?
Yes,
You're
where
just-
Tinkerbell lives.
Yes.
Indeed.
You're just sort of present, but you can't move. You are experiencing that, and you are witnessing what is happening as your body is moving on its own.
Yep.
So, rapier slashes out. Udazesh, you move out of the way, but it does slice through just some of your scales, through whatever shirt that you might be wearing. The arm holding the rapier, like, she's still painting with her right hand, eyes glazed over. And as you move that arm holding the rapier out, follows.
I mean, I don't move very far. I basically just kind of dodge a little bit, and then I stay right there.
Okay.
You're really serious about this staff, huh?
It must be perfect. I promised. It must be beautiful.
Why? No answer?
There's nothing more. Nothing more beautiful. I have to make it. I'll say at this point, Meadow, go ahead and give me another wisdom saving throw. I'm going to say,
Okay.
given that it is not a high pressure situation,
Mhm.
I'll say you can make this with advantage.
Thank
Is this-
you.
A saving throw to end a charmed or frightened condition?
No.
Drat.
All right. How does a buffed up 15 hit you? Let me hear you say yay, yay. Please, can I wake up? Please, I'm so scared.
Jesus. You feel your body lose that numbness ever so slowly. Just as you get to about like 80% of finishing that staff. And it's like your eyes, which were dead as this was happening, slowly return to life, and you're breathing as you slowly regain control of your faculties.
I drop the rapier immediately.
Ching,
And
ching, ching, ching.
Oh, hey, it's you.
hello, darling. Sorry, darling. Good morning. Is it breakfast?
Oh no, it's like 2, 8, 3 in the morning or something. We haven't made it there yet.
I scurry to put away the paints and paintbrushes, and I look at the very large quarterstaff, and I just kind of like look up at Udazash and down at the quarterstaff, and then I just kind of kick it with my foot under the nearest table. Couldn't sleep. I see.
No, you were making a lot of noise, or part of you was making a lot of noise, like painting a staff into existence.
Oh, what's that? What was happening this evening? What did I say anything?
Yeah, you were painting and said it needed to be beautiful. It needed to be perfect and beautiful, and it had to be beautiful. And then when I was asking why, you were just very insistent that it had to be beautiful.
Okay.
And then I tried to poke it, and so you tried to poke me. And then I was going to go get my alchemy jug and then like cover it with mayonnaise. And then you woke up.
Oh, well, then it seems like nothing at all really happened, and we don't have to tell anyone about it.
So, speaking about that, Leo sleep. Barnabas never sleeps.
Barnabas, why?
I wanted to just mention it out loud. But Barnabas would be in the room most likely. So I will leave it to you if Barnabas has heard anything that has happened.
I will say,
And to be fair, we have not talked about them in a while. Rasputin's also around somewhere.
I will also say, once the rapier came out, Udazash stopped trying to be quiet. Especially since at that point she was, I don't know if she realized like asleep, awake, what exactly is going on, but I think she was trying to shake whatever it was that was going on with Anaia out of it. So definitely was not trying to be quiet anymore. Now, if that woke anybody up, I don't know, but she was definitely trying, like that was her thought, was she was then going to try to like the mayonnaise. She was going to try to wake someone up with the mayonnaise because that always gets a reaction out of people. So
I will say Rasputin definitely keyed in to what was just happening.
Yeah.
Barnabas. Barnabas knows that something went down, but the specifics not so much.
Less about knowing what happened, more about what, in your opinion, would the loudness or whatever have been enough for Rasputin for Barnabas to attempt to get Leo up?
I'll say yes. Also,
Laura was saying something, sorry.
Yeah, oh god, because Rasputin was the companion of a wizard for a really long time. Fuck me.
You just feel Rasputin's little paw.
Picturing like it like hops up on the bed, trots up onto Winnie's chest and just like pushes at her cheek.
He's a wizard's familiar, so his meow is like meow.
First of all, yes.
Anywho, so we've got Winnie and we've got Leo getting notifications from their respective familiars. However, as that happens, continue as you will. And then, as you know, Omega and Laura, whenever you feel comfortable.
I mean, whether we want to tell the others or not, I guess, but aren't you not bothered by the sleep stabbing, sleep painting, sleep talking in a very creepy voice, which was kind of cool?
If you think it's cool, I think it's cool.
I don't know if what I think matters. You obviously are not as thrilled by it, considering your first instinct was to say that it had not happened.
Well, yes, true. Sometimes, well, so that was the only thing I painted. Yes?
The bits of the really weird staff thing?
Yes, the beautiful creation, yes.
Well, also, you kind of did the thing with all of your other paintings. And I'm going to look down. Are all of the other paintings still looking like we are all dead? So, yeah, I will point at all of the other paintings and go, yeah, that made me think that maybe there was something else going on, but I think everybody else is okay, which is why I came over and tried to poke your staff.
And you're the only person I stabbed?
As far as I know, I mean,
Improvement!
I will admit I didn't check everybody, but I figure if you had tried to stab everybody else, I would have heard something.
Yes, that does
They
make
would have
sense.
fought back.
Quite. Can I help you with the... And she points at your bloody side that, she nicked you a little bit.
Oh, no, that's okay. I dodged out of the way. You are not as good with that when you are asleep.
Well, thank heavens for that. No, I just... it's, hard to make friends when half of your time on Earth you spend in a stabbing fever. Let's see. How do I put this? 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 Please don't tell. Oh my God, please. I'm begging. I will cry. Please, seems like it could be very good for me and very healthy to have people who are good to be around me. And maybe if I'm around people who are good, I can be good too. Oh my God, please don't tell anyone. How's that?
I don't know. Is this something you do every night? Do we need to be worried about it?
So this is the part where I'm going to answer you honestly.
That would be preferable, or else I'm going to have to wake up Winnie because she's the only one that can really tell when people are lying or not. Well, actually, I think the others can, but I know for sure she can tell when people are lying.
Oh. Noted. Well, I'm going to tell the truth to you. Right now. Which is... And then she obviously starts looking for something else to say. And she comes up with, I guess, what is the truth, and says, if we tell them what little trust I've built may very quickly turn to cinders. And yes, honestly, every night. But, I've thought about this. If I just don't sleep, nothing will happen. And so, I'm going to take shifts as a sleeping individual.
Is that something that you can do?
There's a first time for trying everything once, maybe twice if it works. 3 times, hopefully, if it works a lot. I don't know. I'm rambling. Please, can we not tell anyone? That's kind of where I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to really nail that part home. Telling no one. Telling no one. Telling no one.
You know, if you tell people we can help by not being upset when you stab us in the middle of the night and being shocked by it.
You know, this is just brilliant. I hadn't considered that. I should. And then what if they decide that I'm too dangerous?
I don't know why they would think you're too dangerous. I just took care of you by myself, and I wasn't even wearing my armor or had any mayonnaise.
Quite. Huh.
And now I know kind of what's going on, or that you need to be, we need to be careful around you when you are asleep. So now that we know, there's like steps we could take. So you tell everybody and we can do things.
Yes, I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure nothing will ever happen bad at all. Yes.
Well, not that, but at the very least, we can make sure that we do not poke stabs while you are painting. That seemed to be, at least for me, what initiated the stabbing.
Perhaps I could. Yes, there are solutions. I'm sure there are solutions. Yes. Yes, I'm sure you're right. You know them much better than I, and if you say they're trustworthy, and that I won't kill everyone in my sleep or otherwise, then I believe you.
I know they are trustworthy, and we've got to stay up and do watches all the time, so why not have watches in where we're watching you too?
Oh, no.
No, I thought that was the whole point of this whole thrusting, telling you, telling them, telling us so we could do the... No?
We should probably wake them and talk to there's a few other things that they may want to know about first before committing to babysitting duty of what I have.
That probably makes sense. Everybody!
Oh, no, I meant later. No. Oh, God.
Everybody hears that
That holler.
ricochet off the wall.
I think it takes a little bit for Winnie to like willingly get out of bed. Because god damn it, this is the first time they've had like a chance to fucking chill. She gets up, just kind of picks Rasputin up and does the thing where she's kind of got him football carried over her shoulder as he complains about it the whole time.
Wow.
And is actively like opening the door, probably sees Leo, and then
Yeah, I think at the same time, the door to Leo's room just like very slowly opens. But no one's standing there because Leo also is getting out of bed. And he rolls over. What is floats out. Doing the thing where he kind of gets hunches over and floats out.
okay. All right.
I will also say that yell is enough for Basu and Marcus as well.
Yeah, Basu snorts, wakes up, knocks over a bunch of metal pieces, and carries his magnet over in his little like sleep moo. And he's like,
Sleep moo-moo. Of course you have a sleep moo-moo.
What's going on? I think, and I might be wrong, I think Marcus was downstairs either drinking, boxing, or preparing breakfast, or all three. And if I recall, he heard a loud noise and was already on his way running up. So at this point, he basically just kicks the door down and his microphone because I can't have nice things. Sorry, everyone. These earpieces are... I gotta get rid of them.
No,
I
you
guess
were just
actually
living the moment.
Yeah.
Before we talk about
Too
breakfast,
short.
then, now is a good time to ask, what time of the night is it, actually?
I will say it is still around like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's like 2 a.m. Yeah.
Okay.
So Marcus, I don't know if it's entirely up to you. Breakfast could require a lot of work preparation.
Oh, I have a special breakfast for everyone here. So yeah, it's gonna take a lot of
Okay. Shit.
time. So at that point, it's just like the door is kicked wide open, and you see just a red, sweaty, confused tiefling just going, "What's going on here?"
Hi! Wow, my yell was loud enough to get you down while you were in the kitchen? I'm kind of impressed with myself.
Well, what's the problem?
Oh, and I have to tell you about her sleep painting. Come on. I'll make coffee and tea and wine and pancakes.
No. It's not. It's so
agree.
early in the morning.
It can wait. Absolutely. Everyone go back to sleep. This is absolute nonsense.
No, it can't
Goodness.
wait. Nope.
I'm so tired.
Now is very much. It's good. And somehow Udazash already has coffee, like, and is handing out cups of coffee and tea, and it is made almost exactly the way you want it. Like, it's very, very close.
Marcus slowly closes the door. Oh, it's gonna be one of them nights. Okay, locks it. Gets his coffee. Pulls up a chair. Kind of sits in it backwards. All right. Well, you got all 2 of my ears and 1 of my brains. So what do you need?
Honestly, nothing. Just thought you might want to take a look at these and these and these. And she just puts down all of the paintings that she's done since being around you guys and how they've all been, how they look now. Full of viscera and gore. And
Do we see all that as well?
Oh. Okay.
That's
sorry.
And I don't mean to be rude, Monami, but are you going through a period in your life? Are you having like a mood?
Yes, sort of. Like a mood I can't control, an uncontrollable mood.
And then, just for my understanding as well, when they painted them, it wasn't like this.
The one given to Marcus, I prestidigitated away, so technically it was, but this is the first time it looks this way.
Okay. Was this an update? I don't remember this looking. Why is this? And he just looks at Udazash. He knows that Udazash is eccentric. Is a someone who goes 100% no matter what, but also trusts that they wouldn't scream and wake us all up if it wasn't like important. So just it's more looking at Udazash as Anaia is speaking, just to see like what exactly is happening here.
Yeah.
I think when you do that, Udazash is looking at Anaia, and it's this patient, like she's waiting for Anaia to tell a story, and it's not expectant as much as like almost like a small child waiting for someone to tell a story. You just know it's going to happen. And so there's like, no, I'm not going to interrupt. I'm not going to butt in. I'm just going to sit here because it's going to happen. And that's kind of the sense you're getting at the moment is she's just sitting here waiting for Anaia to tell the story. And if you look a little deeper, you do get the sense that like Udazash won't let Anaia go until the story's out.
Oh.
I think Leo, Winnie, and Marcus the people who know her the longest get that second layer of like, oh, Udazash is gonna, there's a story here. She's gonna let her tell the story. We're not leaving until we get the story. It's that important.
Yeah, no, Marcus for sure. Like, he knows you wouldn't be screaming if it wasn't a big deal. His entire attitude is like, okay, well, this is clearly something. Ball's in Anaia's court. I got all night. I got the coffee, and I'm just sitting here waiting for us to cut through the bullshit and get to the good stuff. And he's just kind of staring with his creepy tiefling eyes, just like, I got all night more to me. You can lie to me until the sun come up. You still won't be a liar when I'm gone.
I'll say one more thing, which is her bow is not at the ready.
That was the important.
That's a good question. Yep. I'm like,
it's always
what
nearby.
DEFCON level are we at right now?
What?
Yeah.
Have we set condition 1 throughout the ship?
It's always nearby, but she does not look like any moment now she could jump to kill.
Okay. Conversely, I think when he like grabs T, has a moment of like, you know that thing where it's like you are waiting for your brain to kick into drive after it's been idling for too long, and there's like the sip of tea and like the okay, and Winnie has actually been quietly watching Anaia, not with any kind of judgment, not with any kind of suspicion, just observant. And does Anaia continue to sort of like ramble her way through it's nothing, don't worry about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Winnie's gonna give her a little bit of time to sort of peter off. Miss Loomlock. We haven't known each other for very long. I'm just gonna let you know right now, if you haven't picked it up. Udazash can rather be like a dog with a bone. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but there's clearly a bone here that she has picked up on, and she's not going to let it go. So we can sit here and listen to you dissemble. Or if there is something wrong, something that you need help with, then you can tell us and we can help you.
Well, since you put it that way. As I said, sometimes when I sleep, I do a few projects. I make things. I paint things. I've always been very handy, and it's never been a problem. And then, of course, things get a little murky. You lose some sleep after so many attempts. I stopped sleeping. And when I woke up, came to, it's hard to differentiate between the two after a while. People were dead around me.
Oh. Well, that is a predicament. That is.
Sometimes people I cared about, but often strangers. I don't. And so, of course, like a normal, sane person, I strove to make sure I couldn't hurt anyone. So, staying locked up in rooms in the Elf Song, where I would go to sleep and just wake up having torn the room to bits, or the sewers, where the only thing I could get my hands on were rats or unfortunates who meant harm to me first. I'm sure that this is off-putting news. Yes, off-putting indeed. But consider, friends, I'm working on getting rid of it. Your lovely rune specialist is looking into putting something in my head or heart or soul or shoulder. I'm not sure. Something to just make the urge to do these things go away.
All right. And Anaia, you can see that, like, Winnie is concerned. But she's concerned for you. All right. Anaia, let me just preface this by saying that we barely know each other, and I don't want to pry over much. How long has this been happening to you?
I think you see Anaia like shuffle a little bit in discomfort, and she'll look off in the distance and say, I think I killed my parents when I was 18.
Oh, love. Are you still seated on the ground, or have you like got up and tried to pace around?
I think she's standing. She's not really pacing. It's that kind of like awkward shuffling of weight from one foot to the other and crossed arms. A lot of self-soothing in the arm movements mostly.
All right. Oh boy. Chronicler.
Yes.
What does this sound like anything? Like Winnie has some arcane knowledge just given who she's connected to.
Make me a religion check.
Oh dear. It's not bad. It's not bad. That's not bad. 18.
A spontaneous murder. Definitely sounds like there could be a connection to one of the dead three.
Oh, all right. Well, for being known as the Dead Three, they don't really like to stay dead, do they?
Does
Sorry?
Winnie say that out loud?
Kind of under her breath, but I feel like anybody with a passive over, like, I don't know, 12 would probably hear.
Sorry? The dead... I'm sorry?
Oh. Heard things. Given, well, she kind of taps the Raven Queen symbol that still sits around her neck. There was rumor of tree gods. Known as the Dead Tree. One for murder, one for tyranny, and one for death. Rumor has it that they were supposed to be behind, well, what happened in Baldur's Gate with the Elder Brain.
Yeah. Chronicler.
Yes.
Dead Three and the Cult of the Absolute. With Leo's history in Baldur's Gate, with his personal connection to what happened with the cult, and recent revelations, it is assumable that Leo would know that the Cult of the Absolute was actually them.
I would say yes.
Which means there is a dual tone voice echoing from Leo's mouth as he opens it. You are part of the cult. Zone of truth just went off. I need anyone around.
Oh.
Shit.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that was I Omega just put a very bad 2 and 2 together. Charisma save, please.
No.
Sure.
Oh, sweet God. Lauren.
Lauren. Marcus is going to purposely fail this charisma save.
I'm going to say the natural one that Udazash just rolled on the charisma save. Because she doesn't know, she tried to save because she doesn't know where the spell came from. If she knew it came from Leo, she would have let herself fail. So she tried to save. She fails because I think she realizes right towards the end that it's coming from Leo and has that moment of, oh, I think he needs something. And then like basically stumbles over her own saving.
I love that.
And so I think mentally it's as if she was trying to like run a 50-yard dash and then realized right at the end she needed to be doing hurdles and then
Beefed it.
beefed it right on the last hurdle.
I was gonna say Marcus used to be a paladin when he was a very young idiot man, and so he recognizes the zone of truth spell as it goes off, kind of watches it just envelop the room and just goes, yup.
Actually, about that, Marcus.
About that, Marcus?
Something inside of you says, "Don't let it work." And I'm going to need you to first make me a wisdom saving throw. And if you fail, I need you to then make the charisma saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw.
The layers tonight are stressing me out.
Many little triggers. It's a Magic the Gathering game. Many things happening at once.
Asmodeus is just what in response. Bah!
Yeah.
Sweet mother of God.
So, I don't know the will needed to tell the Lord of all Archfiends to piss off, but a flat 10 isn't it.
Nope. Make me a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
With
we'll
advantage.
use the red on red Marcus die with advantage. Okay. It was 18 the die face. It was okay, so that's a total of dirty 20.
Okay.
So
Basu got a natural 20.
Oh, you ate that down. Flip a
And-
swore.
I think what that actually looks like is when Leo says you're part of the cult, Basu stands up and stands between Leo and Anaia. And he says, she's not any different from me.
Similarly, with a natural 20 for a 30,
I love this cast.
as Basu stands up for Anaia, Winnie comes to stand at Anaia's shoulder and just looks Leo dead in the eye. Leopold.
With the natural 20, honoring it in a slightly different way, I think Winnie, with her very, very, very high insight, would realize two things. One, he didn't cast that spell on purpose. Two, the other voice was slightly more volumed than his own. The one urging him to fight.
I did not know you were casting something. Sorry, I thought that. What is this? This is very weird.
The spell, I think because of what happened with Basu and Winnie, and the DC is 20. So Marcus would succeed. Because of those actions, it falters, almost like you feel it like glitch out before it gets ripped away, and the spell is no longer. Just sorry. Sorry. Backs up slightly.
Listen, I know we all have a lot going on, and Leo, I know there's some triggering things with all of that, but you have to understand she is someone who one of the dead three has made her use her art, her crafts to hurt people. It's no different than me.
I apologize. I do have a question though.
Okay.
You have noticed your actions for a while, I presume.
I noticed them when I got murderous.
Then when were you planning to tell us? Because if
I
you
wasn't. I was hoping the rune would make it go away.
but you joined us before you knew of the rune's knowledge,
Yes.
which means if you hadn't told us, we could have been killed.
Yes. Yes. However, it's kind of your job to put your lives in danger. If I was going to attach myself to anyone, I thought it'd be the people who could snap me in half like a twig if I ever did something out of my own control. Not that I plan to. Sorry, this is going terribly.
I should say as well, I didn't specify, because of being so late in the morning, he would have been able to put the human Leo on, but when the burst happened, he would have been in illithid form, but he would be slowly reverting back to human as he speaks.
Okay.
Then I will say this, and it's not to ignore Anaia, it's just to say this is not to her, and she would feel this. For you all know my capabilities. I do not want to use them without consent, but I will if it is going to be harmful to us. So I will. I'm sorry you are in your predicament, but understanding what you just said, I will protect them first.
Of course. And I think Anaia kind of like takes a bit of a step back to show that she isn't trying to prey on anybody. And, you know, her hands are visible the whole time. She's keeping, you know, palms up, just kind of trying to stay like a bit like a deer in a room full of cars with their headlights on, just kind of frozen.
And to add, you notice Leo stepping back is almost an intentional "we are not boxing you in" moment. But I think, along with Basu, and not saying the others aren't, the hyper logistic person that Leo is just analyzing the truth past the emotion. And perhaps that's a little fueled from recent events for him as well. To be fair to it, but he is stepping back because it's still someone recognizing that this might be out of her control, and giving a chance, a second chance, as he steps back.
All right. Anaia.
I can be packed up in 20 minutes.
That's not what I'm saying. Put us in a bit of a predicament. Yes. We are adventurers. Said with like the same kind of level of disdain when you have to call yourself a content creator every once in a while. It's that moment of, oh, God.
Influencer.
Influencer. Oh.
And welcome back, everyone. Is it nice and everything working now? Anyway, as you were.
This demon cocoon, is not sure if it's necessary because I don't know. And as he's looking at Anaia, I think his gaze splits to Winnie for a moment. Again, just gauging how she's feeling and trusting Winnie's instincts. But something else draws him. Because if I remember correctly, Meadow said Anaia kicked the staff under a table. And the one who is attuned with the different powers, I think instinctively looks over towards that staff and it begins to move over.
You hear the dragging of chain link and rough metal as that mostly formed, brutal looking quarterstaff with all sorts of additional sharp implements slides out from under that.
What is this?
I think it's the product of my efforts for the night.
That was the thing you were saying. It needs to be perfect.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Do you know what it is?
It seems to be a quarterstaff.
Seems.
Do you know if you've ever tried to make this before?
Oh, certainly. I've woken up with all sorts of weapons around me.
And you know not where they come from. How are you creating?
Oh, well, I've always been able to just craft the weapons, but lately it's been different. Usually I just paint or kill. That's more unfortunate. But lately I've been waking up to just things that shouldn't exist. It's very strange. I'm not sure.
You were using that one pot of paint. Is that one specifically not the make weapons out of thin air pot of paint?
No, I can't use these.
I mean, you were.
I think Basu, Leo would look at you for a moment. And I think that, I've been trying to decide when. I think that is when telepathic connection re-kickstarts for the night. It would have been off while they were sleeping. And mentally, fire is easy, but creating weapons out of nothingness is playing with the fundamentals of magic. There's something more. I can figure that out if we need to.
Quick question, Diab. When he says that, looking at the staff, do I see like any of the metal bits and components on it? Do I know if that came from any of my stash of metal bits and components?
Make me an investigation check real quick.
Okay. That is a 28.
Oh, 28. So with a 28, first off, bonkers. Secondly, you don't see anything on this staff that looks like it came from anything else. Looking at the kind of metal that has been crafted, it's similar to like the infernal iron that you would see on an infernal watch, but it doesn't have that same hellish quality. It's very much just straight up black iron. And you're looking at this thing and you don't see, it doesn't look like somebody like added in these spikes. It doesn't look like this chain was like added on as a utility piece. Everything here with that check, it's like this staff in its entirety also had these spikes jutting out from the shaft, as well as this chain was a part of it. This was something that Anaia's paint had quite literally painted into existence.
Yeah, and the telepathic bond, I was like, I don't know how to explain this, but it doesn't look bad made. It looks like somebody's imagination came to life. It's not how those are fastened together. I'm just as confused as you. It looks like it's almost naturally grown steel, iron.
May I borrow your expertise for a moment?
Yeah.
Out loud, firstly.
Yeah. I think yeah.
To Anaia, I can understand this if you want me to. This, and the staff floats slightly.
She tilts her head and she's just kind of curious and yes, by all means.
Almost instantly, there is a mental connection that deepens within Basu and Leo as he's almost drawing out Basu's understanding of metal, of making, as I'm going to, with my ritual caster feat, immediately cast Identify. And it does not take 10 minutes. I just do it immediately.
Quick question, Leopold. What is your? Can I just ask what your passive insight is?
Passive insight is 17.
Okay.
Wait,
then
observant does not affect insight. No.
Mine does.
Wait, is it insight or is it intelligent?
I've got the special flavor of observant.
Oh, never mind. Look at me. I'm a death doula. Love you. 17.
Okay, I think then that Leopold and Winifred would catch on Anaia's face that she is not only watching intently as you cast Identify, but like her hands are kind of marking the same movements you're making, as if trying to learn that spell just by watching you do it.
I love that.
You cast Identify.
And I want to quickly add, with the words that Udazash mentioned about the paint, in the Identify, it's chicken or egg, which came first, the creation or the paint. He's trying to understand, like, is it actually a magic item or is it mundane because it was formed from this magic item? Trying to understand what it's happening.
I will tell you it is considered mundane. The Identify spell, though, I will give you that it does grant you some additional information. There are almost like a Tony Stark moment. You sort of analyze and sort of look at these hooks and these spikes, and you can see the base form of a quarterstaff. You look at the placement of these spikes that are jutting off of it, and your Identify spell can see, okay, this looks like it could be like the grapple for a grappling hook. The chain is pretty self-explanatory. you can see that it's just chain link, that you sort of like set that aside. It is a bastardization of these three things all at once, but in a way that it was very intentionally meant to make this look terrifying. But yes, it is a mundane item.
And if I need to roll for it, totally fine. In that identify, can I tell if it's a arcane power, a divine power, or something else? Like, what's the root of the creation magic? Just try to understand that, because that helps them weed out what is going on. Obviously, there's now a connection to the Dead Three, but in what capacity is this?
This is not divine. This is more arcane in influence.
Okay. I don't understand how this is formed, in the sense that it's intentional. Does your painting connect you, or are you connected to them, the three, through your art? Or is that a different aspect?
I didn't know that it would be one of the three. I just like to paint. There's a presence, a lightness, a joy that comes. It's hard to explain. It happens when the screams start.
When the screams start.
And then there's this overwhelming divine joy. And I can paint so easily. It's almost like my hand isn't my own at all. Have you ever held hands with a god?
I can't say I have.
I can't say that I have for certain, but I surmise it feels similar, at the very least. Something like purpose and certainty, and it's something beautiful. Usually, when I wake up, it's just a club, a net. I made ball bearings once in my sleep. Lately, however, since the big brain burger, it's a little different.
After it fell.
Memories are hard to grasp, but I remember Kane. He loved to watch me paint. In fact, if we're telling the truth and all friends, I do believe that's why he's after me now. He got it in his head that I could paint something for him. Something that he wanted. He couldn't tell me what. But he said I needed special paints and that he would send me out on my first real job to get them in. I got them. And I knew that if I brought them back to Kane, he wouldn't let me use them because he never lets me use anything. And I just wanted to paint something small, something just for myself. So I took out the paper in my pocket, just a little side bit of parchment. No one would have noticed. and I used the paint to make a little frog. It was this big. And the paint was so silky smooth. Oh, the colours so rich, you would not believe. And as soon as I was done, it just hopped off the page. It just... And I don't know what Kane was going to use it for, but if you knew Kane like I know Kane, you wouldn't want him to have these. So I took off into the sewers. Ellipses, ellipses, trauma, trauma. Fill in the blanks from there.
I feel like I'm asking too much. I can't help that part, but I do have one more question that does help timeline-wise.
Yes?
Did you murder your parents before or after the brain fell?
I'm very sorry to say that it was before.
I think in the bond, we kind of joked that like some of Leo's thought processes as he's acting and doing these things are kind of like visualized, and it's less of a visualization of like her murdering anybody, but it means if there is a connection to the Dead Three, it existed before they split off when the Absolute was taken out. It's been there for a long time. It's now just heightened afterwards. And he's just putting those things together.
Is the paint that Kane sent you to get the same paint that made this, as he gestures to the staff?
Well, according to Utasash it is, but I've not used it since the frog. At least not on purpose. So
when you said you can't use it, it's more of you won't use it consciously.
yes, I'm very scared to bring anything else to life. What if that poor little hopper was sentient and I sent him off into the world without any family or any understanding of what he is? Poor little thing, he's probably been fried for his legs by now, put in a stew or something. What if he's been squashed under carriage and I brought him in the world just to be squished? What if he was squished less than 5 minutes later, Basu? It's a terrible burden to be a painter, dear.
Do you think if you made a frog out of paint and then I ate a frog that was made out of paint, it would taste like paint? Or did you make a frog and then it tasted like a frog?
Well, I did not lick him, you see. I don't make it a custom to do such a thing after I paint. Though I have heard of some methods, I can tell you. Water deep, the artists are crazy.
You have to be very careful about which frogs. But
Yes.
but more
And
importantly...
which paintings?
Oh, I have to try that. Paintings of frogs. I don't. Oh, Basu, but you were asking, and Udazesh is going to point to the specific pot that Anaia was using when she was asleep and say, was that one right there?
Okay. And do you think the things are weapons you make in your sleep? Do you think that you made those with this paint?
Not usually. I can usually find my workbench and I can see where all the materials come from. I'm just very handy. It's only since I got these paints that they're looking different.
I see.
Very different. I wouldn't have designed things like this. Do you see these protrusions here? How they almost look like hellish horns?
Yeah, it's completely impractical. Like
Right.
looking at the design of it, but it is terrifying. Which I think
Yes,
is the
it
point.
inspires fear. Exactly, Basu, darling. Such an eye for art. Thank you. And she's like patting you as she's looking at the staff. And that's exactly what I was trying to get at. It's garish and intruding and violent. My art is more ethereal. I like to celebrate the light. There's not much light in this thing.
So when you said you wanted to follow us to paint heroes doing heroic things, did you assume that this would counteract the scary things you paint in your sleep?
Well, so about that. I'm hoping, against all hope, I'll start there, that perhaps painting one great deed of a great people's will be enough to cleanse my legacy when I'm dead. I don't imagine people will take much kindly to me killing them in my sleep, no matter how innocent it truly is. Someone's going to murder me first, eventually one of these nights, and I'd love to solidify my legacy first with something beautiful or something heroic. And when I saw you fight, it had to be you. I knew it.
I know this is really tense right now, but I just need you to know I do respect that. I've also made things that hurt people, but it made me never want to make anything again. I think with my experience, as weird and trauma-filled as it is, and your experience with how weird and traumatized as it is, we are both creators who can figure out another way. You're not going to be alone anymore, Anaia. You're not going anywhere. Well, we're going to figure this out together. And we'll both solidify our legacies, whatever that means, whether it's part of this group or maybe we'll make something great. But the thing is, it's not over. We're going to figure it out, okay?
Yes, and I won't murder any of you, even if I have to live inside of a demon taco.
I mean, it does smell good.
This is your fault, PJ.
Ooh, tacos.
It was a cocoon, shit. I didn't say nothing about no taco. It was a
Well,
cocoon.
It looks like a taco. I'm sorry. Inside of the demonic chrysalis of eternal restraint and effervescent patience of friendship.
See, there's a metaphor there, mon ami. You come out every morning like a butterfly of possibility.
Are you calling me a caterpillar?
Probably.
Marcus!
What? They are noble creatures, mon ami. They got all those legs, but, you know, they're so busy crawling.
I
then they fly.
understand. Put me in the taco. She'll just kind of like hang her head and start walking over to the blankets and the weighted melted area.
All right. If this is how you feel best to keep yourself and everyone safe, that is fine. I also don't much like the idea of just sort of wrapping you up and leaving you to your own devices all night. So, and when you'll kind of look to the others.
Oh, yeah. I was going to stay up and, make sure that she's not alone. Because, what if something else happens? What if somebody else decides to start painting and murdering people? Then, somebody has to be awake.
And there's no room for a second. Ha 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 ha.
We'll treat it like we're doing watch any other night. Make sure it's divided equally. So
if I stay awake, I'm actually perfectly fine. The whispers, of course, are always there, but the control over my body, haha, yes, see?
And I take it you've gone without sleep for extended periods of time then?
Yes, I've made it up to 5 days before I collapsed. While standing. I went to sleep while standing in line, waiting for pork sausage. What a dream that was.
Let's not make a habit of that.
Okay.
I might be able to assist if you feel if you feel that sleep might not be the best option for now, I can help make sure you're not completely dead on your feet in the morning.
I feel terribly that you'll have to take shifts to watch over me, and I am sure that as soon as I have that rune on wherever she's going to put it, hopefully somewhere proprietous, that I will not be a problem any longer, and I'll go right back to being your friendly neighborhood portrait taker, and you won't have to worry about all of the stabbings. So sorry, Zash. I did accidentally stab Zash just a bit.
Oh, it was barely anything.
Barely anything.
Be that as it may, most living creatures are going to need sleep at some point. I understand that you don't want to be in position. But, well, if you're asking for our help, that's going to be part of it. You are, in fact, going to be an imposition to people that are taking care of you, and that's just kind of how that works. All the way around. I'm an imposition to my friends on occasion.
Yeah, we all
That's
take
because
care
they're
of
my
each other.
friends.
Huh.
This whole time when they were talking, Basu was making like a bedspread for Anaia and then ritually casting alarm around her area.
That's
Aw.
so kind. That is so kind. Anaia kind of watches and is looking at like the breakfast getting set up, the bed being laid out, Winifred and Udazash kind of, being a little closer and reminding her that she'll be around, and Leopold giving her the space and not using his incredible psionic power to do anything wild in this moment, which is enough of a white flag for her, honestly. And I think she's getting it. She's really understanding that it is about trust and about taking care of each other. And she nods and is like, all right. A gang full of impositions. Understood. I'll get started on that portrait presently. And she'll sit down and start painting because she's not going to go to sleep. And she's very decidedly not using the paints that she was using in her sleep. Is using the regular ones instead.
So you're up for the night then?
And the day? and the afternoon? And just till you wait till you see me in the evening, you won't believe. And she's, painting as fast as she can.
Zash, do you want to take watch then?
Yeah, I'll finish up since, I got up first, so I'll finish up this watch.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
Anaia,
Yes?
we'll help you figure it out. One way or another.
Instead of saying anything, you see her very quickly stop painting and take out all of the blades on her person, which...
Good God.
Too many.
So many.
Okay, that's 9 blades on her person. Oh, wait, no, she dropped the rapier earlier. 8 blades come out, and they kind of just, sit outside the alarm perimeter, because she's sitting on the bedroll, and she'll be, painting in that space, and sets them outside and just kind of nods to Winnie.
And as that moment happens, Leo is definitely quiet, watching, listening, understanding. He's always been, again, a very logical individual. Young, which means, a little impulsive, but still thinks things through. And with recent developments as far as Tadpole, that logic side has just increased tenfold. So he is trying to think like a human, but ultimately there's always more behind it. And in that moment, just listening to them too, I don't think anybody hears the doors closing as he hones in just on Marcus. One, we need to train sooner rather than later. Two, I have questions on how to kill gods.
Yeah, I think I got some answers and I got some questions myself. Why don't we do it after breakfast tomorrow?
You're not the only one with two voices. Stop.
In the mind space, you can almost see like Marcus in an empty room, and he kind of looks behind him, and you just see this long creeping shadow kind of arching from the ground above him, and he just looks at that shadow and goes, but I think we both know that voice in the back of our heads, we don't want them there either.
I think almost mirrored a very tall eldritch sigh in this mind space is almost mirroring Asmodeus. Not to say they're similar in power, but don't forget it was an aberration that controlled the divine. We'll talk. Doors open back up.
In that teeny little moment, in that mind space, that connection, Marcus, you don't realize it, but Leo, as you have that little bit of a trash talk to that shadow, Marcus smiles for just a moment.
Okay.
So we're getting Anaia set up to not rest. If we're all trying to bed down for the night, correct?
Well, eventually.
Eventually. Marcus,
Yes.
can I borrow you for a second?
Anytime. What's up?
When he's actually gonna get him to follow her up to the roof.
And he will delightfully follow.
It's that portion of the roof that we've all seen when you finally make it to the gate. It's that little patio with the almost gazebo-like structure over it, and like the little table where like an empty hookah now sits, and the little like lawn chairs and little pillows and shit. I just want to make sure you're doing all right.
Doing okay. You know, nothing I ain't used to yet.
Hey PJ, I got a question.
I got an answer.
Are Marcus's eyes still black?
That's a good question. Chronicler, is there still the presence, the shadow in the back of my mind still heavy?
From the moment Anaia revealed their nature, that presence has not left.
So there's a quick glance as his eyes meet yours, and you can see that kind of fiery red is just drowning in that abyssal shadow. And then he avoids your eyes for a second.
You're allowed to be in imposition too, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, PJ, we might
Oh.
need you to take that again. Your internet just pooped. Tech issues are awesome.
We're having a great time out here, kids.
It's all good.
I'm allowed to be in a
Good.
position.
Well,
Can
you're
you hear
good.
me?
You have returned.
Okay.
Thank God.
Let's take it back from when Winnie said you're allowed to be in imposition 2, you know.
Mhm. After Winnie says you're allowed to be in position 2, you know, Marcus will just kind of stare out over the city of Baldur's Gate. I think subconsciously he's trying to find that childhood home with the green awning that he can't seem to find. And he just kind of takes a big sigh and goes, I think I already have been, Chef.
I beg to differ. You have done everything that you can to protect this party. At no small cost to yourself. Without complaint, without second guess. And even when me and Shale gave you hell for it. And you can see Marcus, she's starting to sort of. You remember what Winnie was like when you first met her. How introverted, how withdrawn, how willing she was to hide. And you can see as she like sort of runs her hands down one braid that those habits are trying to creep back in. Strong as you are. As strong as you are, you should not have to carry everything on your shoulders alone. That is what being a party is. That is what trust in other people is. All this to say, what I said to Anaia holds to you too. I will not force you into anything you don't want.
It's so hard, Cher. It's so hard to ask for help when hell is your home. I wouldn't even know where to begin with what's wrong because it's the only thing I know. You say you don't want me to shoulder this. I grew up with that. I don't know anything else. This isn't unusual for me. Being burdened, being cursed, being chased, being killed. Shit, that's just Tuesday.
It's a wheel that turns over and over. You're not entirely sure how to pull the brake on it.
Marcus feels an incredible need to either touch you or comfort you, or maybe even comfort himself by comforting you. And he is going to reach out a hand very slowly and try to pull you in close. Do you mind if I... Winifred Elodie Physiac, do I have your consent to touch you?
That's my line. And Winnie just steps forward, wraps her arms around his waist, and like puts her forehead on his chest.
Marcus lets his 6'9" frame and 2 arms just consume yours and holds you close, rests his head on the top of yours. I don't know how to ask for help because I'm used to this, but I want to thank you all the same, Shia, for showing me that there's more than just being used to it. I'll figure out. But right now, what scares me more than anything else is y'all getting hurt. And if this Pact of Asmodeus stops that from happening, then that's something I gotta carry for you. For me. Does that make sense?
No, there are folks that make pacts because they want power. There are folks that make pacts because they seem to have no other choice. And I guess technically I fall into the second camp. Because it was take my pact or die.
Mine was make my pact or wish I was dead. And quite honestly, I know it ain't great to live with a chain, but I'm feeling grateful that I got to run with y'all. Just a little bit.
Winnie will nod and kind of look up. Gets that like real stubborn set to her jaw. You decide you want to break that wheel. Marcus Hellhammer, all you have to do is tell me.
He looks into your eyes. And then he looks again back to the city of Baldur's Gate for that damn green awning. Takes him a few minutes, comes back, kisses you on the forehead and says, well, I promise you this shit. The minute I know I'm ready for that pact to be broken, I'm going to let you know. You'll be the first. I'll promise you that.
All right. Come to bed, would you?
I'll be down in a few minutes.
And she'll kiss him and walk downstairs.
You know what it's like where you can feel the face you're making, right? You know, you can feel, you become hyper aware of yourself. Marcus can feel his eyes. He can feel the sheen. He can feel Asmodeus in the shadow. And he just takes 5 or 10 minutes. And I think since for the first time since he buried Jack Grimm, he's just gonna cry alone. And then stiff upper lip. That's right, soldier. Straighten that back. You got a war to win. And then he goes to bed. He's got a big breakfast to make in the morning, after all.
Before you leave that roof, oh, sad. You just hear coming from your shadow. Just a moment.
It's a dead stop. Like I said, this just Tuesday. And he walks down.
Okay. Is there anything else anybody wishes to do before the night passes?
Downstairs, as Anaia sets up, Udazesh is going to plunk next to her. Are you going to paint that the whole time? or were you taking commissions for the evening?
Oh my goodness, request. Sorry? Yes, of course, yes. If you have something you want to see painted, perhaps I could help you with that, yes. Why, what is it? And she tosses what she was working on over her shoulder.
Well, I don't know about painted. I think we've had enough paint for tonight. You were doing the thing with the charcoal and the drawing. Can I get one of those?
You want me to do a charcoal sketch of you?
Not of me. I have someone that I am going to try to describe to you, and I'm probably going to do like a really bad job. But if you don't mind,
I do. Yes, of course.
Okay.
At my most solemn.
A dog somewhere in the distance goes, "What the fuck was that?"
That was a squeak.
Udazesh has a moment where she's like, I didn't know other humanoids could make a noise that high on the spectrum. I actually heard that.
For indulging in Anaya's hyper-focus and all-consuming passion in life, it earns one dog pitch squeal. And as she pulls out her notebook with a charcoal sketch, she goes, right, so let's start with the most basic questions, and then we'll get more detailed from there. How does that sound?
Okay. I don't know how much detail I have. I only have seen this person once about an hour ago in my dream.
Oh, those are the best places to get these things, dear. You'll be fine. All right. First question. What element came to mind of the vibe of their presence when you encountered them in a dream?
What element?
Very important for head shape, darling. Yes.
I don't know if I had an element, but I think they were my mother.
Was there a likeness? I'm not trying to cut corners, just asking.
I don't know. And over whatever time that she is on watch, Udazesh is going to do her best to remember the dream she was having before she got woken up by you painting of her mom and her dad, and her mom coming on in the full armor and the sword, and her dad whisking her away before the dragon could come.
Okay. I think it becomes much more detailed than Anaia set out to make it because of how vivid you're able to describe it. And I finish with it, and as I hold it out, I'm not even looking at it. I'm looking at your face to see if it looks like, if it's satisfactory, if it seems like what you had in your mind, what you experience, if it looks the way it should.
All I could ask was why she had the sword. Yes, that's her. I think it's her. It was a dream, but sometimes that's all I get.
Well, certifiably no gore on this one. Why don't you hold on to this? I certainly have no need of a drawing of your mother. Dream mother. Mother of your dreams. Sorry. Here you go.
Well, thank you. I don't know, but I'm hoping to find out.
Well, since you're helping me by keeping me from murdering everyone around me, it seems only fair I help you find your dream mother.
Well, I think she is dead, but at least I can remember if she is this person. So, but helping me see her outside of my dream is very helpful. So thank you.
I hope it is. But dead is not gone. I'm sure there's something we can do. It just depends on how tricky you're willing to get. Trust me, we can figure something out.
Well, remembering her? That's already kind of amazing, considering before tonight, I hadn't even known she was a thing.
Oh, well, looking at her, of the drawing of the dream that you had of maybe who she might have been, what a thing she was.
I think so.
Thank you for staying up with me, Udisash.
Oh, sure.
And again, sorry for the stabbing. Occupational friendship hazard thing.
Oh, sure. I have had friends do much worse to me.
Sorry?
Oh, absolutely. And I suspect she'll spend the rest of the watch telling you some horrible stories about some working relationships in the Feywild that she has had.
I will doodle them. If I get too into your stories, I'm sure they end up doodling very gory. But otherwise, they're pretty true to story.
And yeah, I'm gonna tuck that charcoal drawing of the woman in my dreams away in a pocket that is in my armor that is very hard to reach.
Not necessarily wild, but kind of wild this was happening. Before Leo went back to room, he would have intentionally moved over to Basu. I know it's late, early. It's a time that I wish I didn't have my eyes open. How are you doing?
I'm weirdly okay. I don't know. I don't know what it is. We're all a bit of a mess. And sometimes I think it takes a mess for at least me to now want to do something about it, to not be scared to do something about it. I'm okay. How are you?
I will be fine, I think. All of, I think, being sleepy and just doesn't matter.
It does.
Yes, but I don't want to focus on that because I wanted to apologize. I think last night, a couple of hours ago, I learned a lot very quickly because of my need to know things after what happened with being at home, and I saw the door open. I apologize if all of this was too much.
Like I said, weirdly enough, I think it's what I needed. I talked to Whitty earlier, and I'm scared, right? I immediately ran into you guys, and I immediately depended on all of you to look out for me. And I think I guilted myself too much for that, because now I don't know how, I don't know why, but I'm going to look out for all of you too. Whatever we're all going through, whatever each and one of us has demons and trauma on our past, we're going to figure it out. I'm ready to figure it out. It's not just for Anaia. That's for you. It's for Winnie and Marcus and Udazash. We all have questions while we're also trying to save the world, I guess. But we're still breathing. So we're going to keep trying.
Yeah. I didn't want you to feel like because you, I guess in the same way as Anaia, you weren't just as important and just as seen, I guess. We kind of dropped a lot on you, and then after that, someone else dropped a lot on us, which means you. I think you're right. I think we're going to figure this out together, and in a weird way, I'm glad that everything happened to all of us. I'm glad Asmodeus and Zariel hurt Marcus. I'm glad that the hags took Winnie. I'm glad the memories evade Udazash. I'm glad all of these things because of all of that, we're all here now, knowing each other, willing to fight for each other. I thought I lost everything. I'm realizing that I don't have to do all of this. We don't have to do all of this alone. I just wanted to make sure you knew. You knew that I saw you, and I appreciate you.
It means a lot, Leo. I'll be honest. I think you scare me the most. In a respectful way.
I get it. I'm a squid thing.
No, you're determined. When you set your mind to something, you still have that. I can do anything, and now you are someone who can literally probably do anything. And I think you should be empowered by that more than scared about that. I used to feel that way. I used to feel like I could make and do anything, and I lost it. This night, as scary as it is, it's helped me remind myself of it. And I hope you can too.
Yeah.
Thanks, Leo. It means a lot.
I will take next watch, I think. You get some sleep.
Sure. And Basu, feeling kind of confident in everything that's going on, still goes to bed fully armored.
And just a little last thing. It's been getting held off for so long, and I don't think it's going to get held off a singular extra instance. As the door closes to his room, there would be maybe a soft glow underneath where the crack is between the door and the ground. This kind of warbling white blue-ish light, maybe. As I inscribe a teleportation circle on my floor, and then go get my damn partners.
Oh,
because I think he needs.
Yes.
I think he needs. As the teleportation circle is connected to our bastion, it is. I think everyone would hear maybe I'll be right back. So people don't know that, think I'm just up and leaving, but he goes and fetches. And we'll deal with the aftermath of their bullshit, but
sure.
He's going to go get Mishka and Kellen.
Okay.
Woodworth, while Anaia and Udazash were having that moment, I think Basu is close by, trying to draw inspiration from a creator who is creating. And he pulls out his sketchbook where he does a lot of plans and things. And he starts doing this really rough sketch, looking at Anaia's sketches to try to get more of like how you would draw a body. And he starts drawing Marcus as his enlarged form. And he draws a little Leo down by Marcus as scale on one page. So it's Marcus and a little Leo with a lot of their strengths and weaknesses kind of posted. And on the other page, he starts drawing something more mechanical that is closer to the size of Marcus. And very proud of himself, he closes it, puts it away, and then straps all his armor on to go to bed.
An armor-weighted blanket.
Yeah.
You are lulled to sleep by another small memory.
You know, if you try to sleep wearing that, you're gonna wake up with bruises, and it's not gonna be very comfortable. You know, if you're going to wear it, you're gonna have to learn how to sleep in it too. So someone's got to test it, since you won't. Yeah, no, I like laying on a bed and not having a bunch of metal jab into me. I guess that's just a personal preference. So, you know, I'm gonna fix it. It's gonna fit like a glove. I swear. Okay. Okay. Go to sleep. I'll sleep fine. I'm used to this. Where did that one dig into? I don't know. I'll fix it tomorrow. Good night, brother. Good night, sister.
As the night passes, I will say, even with the tension that came from knowing of Anaia's tendencies, everybody will benefit from a long rest. I am a kind GM, so Anaia, you will also benefit from a long rest. Because you were sleeping for long enough to account for it. Whatever.
Thank you.
But going forward, we'll talk.
Is it
However,
the thing we discussed?
It is the thing. We discussed.
Boo.
Yeah,
Hiss.
boo hiss indeed. But sun rises, and even with all of the dangers, the monsters, those who would wish harm, the shadow looming in the distance, everybody manages to find a little bit of peace in that rest. So, with that in mind, my second chances, I am going to give you some temporary hit points. Because I can. Because there's nothing that is more restful than speaking to each other when things are heavy. And I feel like rewarding that. So I'm going to. Now, unlike normal temporary hit points, mainly saying this because Winifred has some abilities of her own to give temp HP, these can be stacked.
Aww.
You guys are going to get 12 stackable temp HP.
Damn.
Take that.
Yeah.
The hero's rest.
Oh, that scares me. No shade. That scares me.
No, I'll
You could
take
be
it.
scared if you want. I don't know. Just,
That scares me.
I'll take it.
DM.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to make sure that. Oh my god.
Rasputin
I-
answered. Sorry. What did you do?
I regret. Je regret. I just want to make sure because someone on the internet is going to yell at me about it. Rules is written for Celestial Resilience.
Mhm.
You gain 16 temp HP whenever you use Magical Cunning or finish a short or long rest.
Mhm.
Additionally, choose up to 5 creatures that you can see. Those creatures each gain 10 temp HP.
Mhm.
Now that means there's going to be an odd man out.
Well, you are gaining 16 and you can choose 5 other creatures. Right?
Hold on. Are we good? Did I do the math wrong?
If you're getting 16 and the 5 other people are getting 10, math
Should be all good.
correct.
Okay, thank God. Well,
I mean,
it depends-
Shale doesn't get anything, but
that's the thing. Depending on who else is with the party, there may be an odd person out.
Yes.
But then again, if Shale has decided to bed elsewhere, that's not really Winnie's problem.
She has decided to bed elsewhere for the evening.
Slut.
oh, she missed all of that.
She like walks to the next morning like, oh, you wouldn't believe the night I had. Oh, my goodness. Oh, this bed was so uncomfortable.
You're all
Ugh.
right. I have a
The
question.
worst. Yes.
If Leopold was going to take the next shift, but then took a teleportation circle, am I left unsupervised for even 5 minutes?
No,
We would have figured it out.
my teleporting happened during the watch that Udazat had
Okay.
because per written teleportation circle only is 1 minute casting, so it could have been easily.
Great. Then I'm going to leave in front of everybody's rooms, doors, or beds, because I don't know what everyone's sleeping situation is. The drawings I do of them as I stay awake throughout the night. It was going to slip them in secretly so that they get to discover them naturally, but I'm being watched. So I'm going to instead do it like a normal person and just leave them to be found, I guess.
Solid plan.
That's my bolstering performance. So if you do take these things, you get 17 temporary HP that are stackable according to our chronicler.
Jesus Christ. And then everybody gets 10 from me.
Oh my god!
Wait, are all these stackable or is
Apparently, all these are stackable.
I waited until Kuja said these are stackable.
I thought it was just Cujo's that was stackable, not all 3. I'm trying to be fair. I'm trying to be fair.
100%. I will say for this particular rest, it'll be stackable.
Okay.
It just means I'm just adding HP and dice of damage. It's fine.
That's fine. Okay, so that's 12, 17, 20, 29, 39.
It's 39.
9 temp
39.
HP.
Mhm.
45
Oh my
45?
god!
Well, 45 for
40 for me because
Winnie.
I get the 16
39
specifically.
for us.
yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Damn.
we're gonna need it. I'm sure we're gonna need it.
It's fine.
Yeah, I am. Yep.
I mean, Leo's about to go train with Marcus, so that's where those.
Oh
two things are
yeah.
going.
Oh, Leo walks out in like a black tank top. Wrist. He has a headband.
Full on Karate Kid.
Yeah. I started playing Eye of the Tiger or some nonsense. Yeah.
Ronnie, little kid, just like, all right.
Oh,
How do we do this? How do we do this, Mr. Hellhammer?
my God.
Oh my god. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Look what
As-
you have wrought.
Oh, that montage. The following morning, as Leo steps out in his training attire, The rest of you, as the door stays open, see two individuals walk out with Leopold. You recognize the forms of Kellen and Mishka. Now,
hi.
Omega, would you like to give a description for both of them? For our beloved Anaia, who is yet to meet them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you would see Leo being Leo walk out, but you first preference they are very confused at the shenanigans. But I think you would first see a tan-skinned masculine figure, pretty tall, slightly lanky. Again, tan skin, but there is vitiligo upon their face, where half of it, not half of it, but a chunk of it is almost a stark white. They have bright, almost golden hazel eyes. Some of that whiteness is matched in their hair as well. Otherwise, the hair is black, and they are wearing very much what's the word I'm looking for? Not noble garb, almost a wizard vibe about them, but like academic wizard energy. So there's like, it's not necessarily full robes. There's like, yeah, exactly. Like vest vibe energy about him. Pierced ears, very kind. Glasses as well. Behind him would be a feminine form, about 5'8", 5'7", tiefling, but she has golden yellow skin, matching eyes, deep makeup, very like rouge and blown out, dark lip, short hair with some layers to it, horns to kind of scatter back with gold fictions to them, very much in tight, I don't want to say leather, but tight leather armor, very rogue, deep rogue energy. Also kind of staying in the shadows, mean mucking in a nice way, in as much of a way she can. But that is Kellen and Mishka, Leopold's partners. And probably as they walk out, Kellen has closed the book.
Do they make these in designer? Yeah, that's a good one.
Hi. Welcome.
Hi there. Oh, this is fancy.
It's just a tavern. This is yes, Kellen and Mishka. I realized it'd been a while, and last night was a lot of energy, so I needed to go bring them here.
Mishka in the back goes, a lot of energy. So much energy.
Shush. But I figured they should be closer now. If that's okay, I can get another room.
Mishka definitely is like, yeah, who's got a problem with it? And like looks around the room.
I think at that you hear Winnie from like down the hall in her, is that fucking Mishka? Pokes her head out.
Oh, what's up?
You hear Marcus go, well, I got a problem. I didn't make breakfast for these two. I got the whole menu ready for everyone except them.
No, it's okay. We'll just take some off of your plate. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like you need all those eggs, dude.
Suddenly, like a 6'9", 20 strength, like 300-pound man goes, no, I need all those eggs, me. And then goes back to cooking.
Oh, Leo hasn't told you they're going to be training this morning. They're going to need all those eggs.
Oh, I'm fine with the two. Please make sure it's over medium, not over easy. I don't like runny yolk. Well, I mean, Johnny White. Either way, when you're done, we can train.
Kellen.
Yeah, yes, darling. Wonderful to see you again, Winnie.
I'm gonna need a copy of that.
Trust me, I've got
We
you.
should probably, and she pulls a notebook, like a little tiny little notebook out of her bag. It's like, we haven't seen you. We haven't seen you in a while, and I feel like we should compare notes to make sure we're all caught up.
We should, but not with that, love. And he turns into his bag and produces a similar small thing, small little book, but then like smashes his hands together, and you watch it into like a full-size journal and hands it over to you. It's already been pre-filled with some of my greatest hits, observations of our wonderful Leopold.
Wing like takes it and kind of does one of these where she like holds it to her chest. I've missed you.
I missed you too. It was
I feel
boring over there.
judged.
You should feel uplifted and supported. These are things that we love about you. Enough to write them down.
Sorry that I need my cleaning supplies from the aloof floof. I don't want it from anywhere else.
This is the best place for loofahs.
See?
Hi, Callan. That's Mishka. Okay, she's already found the pancakes. Hi, what's your name?
Anaia, hello.
Oh. Nice to meet you.
Lines.
Oh, thank you. No, really.
Oh, anything I can know, they can know. I promised. We're like kind of a trio. Well, more than that now because of everyone. Well, no, not like you. But we consider us to be like one.
Definitely, with all the confidence in the world. What Leo just said.
They are partners.
Yeah.
Lovely, darling. Well, hello. Again, Anaia's not giving shit up. It's not happening.
I think Winnie just kind of looks at her, and the look on his face is very much, are you sure you're a bard?
That hello is gonna haunt my dreams.
Oh, dearie.
Very
Miss
Mrs.
Doubtfire.
Doubtfire.
Very.
Yes.
Very, yes. Oh, my
Oh
God.
shit!
Mark is gonna yell. Well, don't just dock in the hallway. Get in here, get you some. We got breakfast. Make sure everyone has a meal made just for them, based on who they are and what they like. Now, as far as Michigan and Kendall are concerned, I love having them. But don't worry, I got lucky and I made some other things for them. But please have a seat, and Leo, eat up because afterwards we start training. Can't train on an empty stomach.
I don't need to consume.
Oh, and then you see this tray made for you, and here's what I planned for your breakfast, by the way.
Oh my god.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Because Marcus knows that Leo is a little bougie and has a good taste, a good palate. He made for you a nice full foie gras with a gravy made out of sun-dried tomatoes, mustard seeds, duck au jus with a poached egg on top, sprinkled lovingly with salt and pepper, and a hollandaise sauce with a side of butter toast to get all the gravy, everything else. So you have all your carbs, your healthy fats, your protein, and he's looking at you and he goes, "Okay, well
It
then,
It looks wow. It just floats out of your hand. just gonna eat this. Thank you. This is where did you afford? Thank you. Thank
yeah.
you.
Oh,
What was
yeah,
that?
hey,
What was that? Were you about to ask? What was that?
I was how did you
What are you gonna
your hands are wonderful when the kid just starts to eat.
it should say that Marcus, because he's immune to fire damage, is shirtless except for a jet black apron that says "Kiss the Cook" and it has like a demon tail coming out of whatever letter you prefer.
Jesus Christ.
He's got like tactical culottes like cinched at the knees, just below the knees, and he's walking around. And he's got the picture, Anaia, that you drew of him kind of tucked into his back pocket all lovingly. He pulls out for Basu a giant plate of pancakes infused with vanilla cream and orange zest with a syrup made out of a red wine and raspberry reduction. He knows that you like wine on your pancakes. Now have an easier way to have both with a raspberry red wine reduction as a syrup. And just to be sure, the same red wine he used for the reduction and the syrup is in a glass, so you can double down on that wine, baby. for Winifred, he creates a loving, kind of herbaceous, kind of witchy breakfast of avocados, eggs, lots of leafy greens, some really earthen breads, whole grain breads. And for Udazesh, he has given you the same breakfast you made him forever ago, with a bunch of seasonings. And he's like, don't worry, this stuff is thicker than cement. You can mix it in bite for bite. You can change it up any bite you want. It's going to taste however you want it to taste. And he goes, and for our new little body, I got something I think you like. Now, most people say don't play with your breakfast, but I have a feeling when you play, it's art. So he makes you some fresh, warm, savory grits and oatmeal and these very like full flavored but bland looking breakfasts. And then he pulls out 1, 2, 3 different food coloring bottles that you can mix in to this oatmeal and this grits. And he says, I want to see what you make, what the painting you make out of breakfast. Color your meal how you want. And for everyone else on the table, there's a big pot of black coffee with creamer on the side. There's tea, there's orange juice, and Leo, like you said, luckily I came prepared for Mishka and Kellen and an assortment of baskets of sausage, breakfast sausage, pork sausage, and bacon with buttered toast. And then he sits down like a proud papa and he goes, "Now, get in here and get you some. This breakfast's going to get cold in like 30 minutes, so get while it's hot, mon amis."
Half of Udazesh's is already gone. It's already eaten. This is delicious.
Did he just learn how to cast Heroes Feast? Because I feel like he just cast Heroes Feast.
I mean, that was an inspiring speech is what that was.
Yeah, that was
How many more temporary hit points can we get?
That was wild.
He went from pocket scones to that breakfast of champions. That was amazing.
That is character growth.
That is character growth.
He wanted to make a meal for everyone based on, what he knows about them.
I think Anaia descends into a flurry of movements and like the squirting of the food coloring and is like moving around like a mad scientist and stirring the grits over here and getting sections of colors to then make smaller pools of swirls of color on this platter. And when it's done, she picks it up very, very proud and is going to start marching over to Marcus, clearly to show him, and is going to go, "Oh, you have no idea the new medium that this is just unleashed in me. I may only do food from now on. This is incredible." And is going to be so excited that she smacks the tray down, which of course splats the art everywhere. So you are now covered in green and blue grits right across your face, and that's the bardic inspiration for you. So that I think she smiles even wider at seeing this across your face and goes, "War paint. Now that is exactly the essence of what I was putting together on the platter. You would not believe how supple grits can be to color. This is incredible. I think we should tell everyone." How do we tell everyone?
Well, clearly we have to set the example, us. So he kind of takes his thumb, hits it on his tongue, and see a spark of fire as he just starts like moving the grit so it starts covering one side of his face like war paint. And he goes, "Hey, shit, how do I look? Do I look like I'm ready to fight a war?" And he's just kind of like smiling as he's sipping his coffee next to Woody.
Winnie's got like a piece of toast with like avocado mashed on it, and she is eating it in a very particular way to make sure she's not just gonna die laughing.
Leo's just cutting. He's like, uncivilized. Use it.
Trying so hard not to laugh, but at the same time, she's very happy that Anaia is in better spirits. It's great. It's perfect. Tea, just.
Well then, bon appetit, everyone. Enjoy. Hope you don't mind. Sometimes when I like to cook or Marcus like to put on some music, I'm gonna put that back on. He goes, there's this old device, like just brimming with runes, and he takes this little needle and puts it on an old record, and it starts playing a twangy old guitar with a very hot brass trumpet. Like, so out of character growing up, when my grandparents would cook, they would listen to like jazz and blues, and so I'm kind of borrowing that. So think of like the Faerun equivalent of Robert Johnson in the morning playing Delta blues as we eat this meal, and he plays that and he sits back down and he goes, well, I figure since we all one group, one hero, one family, we should eat as such, and if you don't mind me taking all the extra effort, I would like that to do this for you as much as we can. We got about a year before Tiamat shows her 8 ugly heads, or 6, or however many, so might as well have a good time till then, huh? Lazare bon temps roulé.
I'm here for every breakfast, lunch, and dinner you want to make.
Basu is destroying his pancakes, and he's like, "Whoa, this syrup stuff is really good."
Yes, you don't have to drink your wine. You could put on your food.
That's wild.
You could do it. Wow.
Thanks, Marcus.
Sounds like a nightmare.
And
It's very sweet, Cujo. I'll tell you right now, it would be very saccharine.
I'm saying this now. If we ever have a full SOBG get together again at like PAX U or whatever, Tony, I want you to know I'm going to have pancakes and wine, and I'm going to be like,
dude, say less.
Do it. We need to go to that place we went while we were there for breakfast.
Green Eggs?
Yeah. We got to go to Green Eggs and have
They will kick us out. We will never be invited back again. No, we need to like find a place that we would never want to go back to ever again.
or we just make them.
Find a Waffle House.
God. Well, as our second chances continue to feel their bonds between each other grow, I'm going to say that here is where we're going to end tonight's session. I missed you guys so goddamn much. This has been wonderful. But before we sign off for the evening, we want to give the platform to our incredible performers. God damn it, my computer's doing the thing. Hold on. Maybe it'll rebalance. It rebalanced.
There you go.
So I need one of you to tell me a channel to raid, because apparently literally turning on Twitch is making my computer do the thing.
I got you.
Okay, cool. All right. But yes, platform to our wonderful cast.
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban, she, her. You can find all the stuff I'm doing at my website, lauren-urban.com. Just go to the front page. You'll find it all there. I'm just happy to be here.
Yep. Hello, everybody. My name is Omega Jones, also known as Crit Bar across all social media channels. I've been Leopold Guthmier. Also, just happy to be here. Yeah, that's it.
Howdy, Meadow, she, they. I am Meadow. I've been Meadow and will hopefully continue to be Meadow in the future. You can find me everywhere on the internet that matters at Howdy Love Darlin or Howdy Love Darlin GM. And I have been Anaia Loomlock. And I'm awake now. So that's the arc.
Hi. Hello. Good evening, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. My pronouns are she, they. And I have been Winifred Fithiak, your Divine Soul Sorcerer, Celestial Warlock. Once again, just real glad to be here. All over the internet as _ Laura Tutu. If you can't find me on a social media platform, I don't have an account there and I'm not fucking making one. You can't make me. Easiest way to figure out where I'm going to be and what I'm working on is to check out my website, lauratutu.com. And just while we're here, I would like to say with my whole chest, chinga la migra.
Hello, I have been Tony Rodriguez, aka the Encountersmith. You can find me at Encountersmith on most platforms. My pronouns are he, him. Tonight I was Basu Brightbolt. I'm extremely happy to be back here. You can find me here every Friday nights, and I'm hungry now. But good thing morning is in like 10 minutes for me.
Hello, everyone. My name is PJ McGaw, and you can find me all over the internet at PJ McGaw. If you find the bearded face, you are in the right place. I'm Not 20 Productions official in the chat. A lot of awesome things coming up down in the future, but the one thing I'll say tonight is if you are going to ALA this weekend, then you should come see me and do a panel. It's a very late night panel. It's like midnight. Saturday tomorrow night, and it's about ranking the hottest dilfs of anime. So come on board. It's going to be fun. I'll see you there in Long Beach. Anyway, for all the other new updates and things happening, go check my socials, like I said. And until then, we're so back, baby. Let's go. And I'll give it back to Cujo.
All right. Well, I am, real quick, is it full Daniel the DM for... Thank you. Sorry, I'm getting ready for a raid. I am Cujo. I have been your chronicler for this evening. To those who stuck with us throughout the entirety of tonight, thank you so much for your patience. Technology is super fun, especially when it randomly decides that it's going to shit out for no reason. So thank you so much for your patience, but you can follow me all over the place as either Cujo Plays Games, or you can follow Crit Hit Chronicles across all major social media platforms, except for that one. But follow Critic Chronicles for official show announcements, updates, that sort of thing. Speaking of which, as it was announced on Tuesday, next Saturday evening is going to be the Chronicle review for 2025. Talk about the stories we told last year, as well as talk about some of the stuff that's coming down the pipeline this year. There'll be some really fun stuff coming. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get a raid set up for Daniel the DM, a very, very good friend of the channel. Tell them we sent you. And in the meantime, we love you. We appreciate you. Please be nice to each other. Fuck ice. And we'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.